Welcome back to Pretty Styled and Beautiful. I'm your host, Style by Jeannie, my other host over here.
Bianca
And we have a special glam guest today, our beautiful media queen.
Hi.
Thank you so much. We're so happy to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You got some questions for our beautiful
I have
media
a
queen?
whole lot of questions.
I'm ready to sit
Hello.
So let us know, first of all, how did you get your name, Media Queen? How did you come up with it? And why Media Queen?
Well, I wanted something that kind of relates to my brand. So I
Right.
was okay, media is a queen because I'm a queen and
Hello.
everyone is a queen.
That's right.
So, so I figured that would be a catchy name and people
That's
can relate to my media from queen.
That's true. And I really love the name, by the way.
Thank you.
So what made you, so you're, like the name, you're in the media business now. So when did you get started in the media business and how?
Well, my first kind of introduction to the media industry was when I was 17 years old. I did a program. It's a
So you're
Harlem
not
Live
17
program.
no more?
No.
Well, guys, you do see she do look like she's still 17. Very beautiful.
Yeah.
That's right. Go ahead.
So I was a reporter for a journalism program in Harlem, and my first assignment was going out when Michael Jackson passed away. It was
Wow.
hundreds of fans out in Apollo Theater showing their respects to the man who died. And I had to go out there and I had to interview all those people that were paying their respects to them. And I was like, I love journalism. I was 17. I was like, hi, Marita, reporting from Harlem Live. And ever since then, I figured this is what I
That's
want to do.
beautiful.
Right.
Very beautiful.
So, from you getting that first introduction into it, how has it picked up from you? Do you now get calls from people like, hey, I want you to come and do this, or you already well known in the industry? So how do you always know what projects you're going to go to or which ones you're not going to take? Or do you just take all of them?
Well, I don't really take all of them because sometimes it's kind of redundant, especially when you do like maybe like music showcases and stuff like that. Some of the
Right.
artists go a lot of times. But for what I do, I take things that are really interesting that people want to watch. And I think it's so important to know your viewership, know what
Right.
people like, know what people are going to click on. So I can kind of go from there.
Okay. So with you being in the media, we have had a lot of stuff going on. You know, we have this whole Black Lives Matter movement. Some people say all lives matter. You know what I'm saying? we have
Come
so
on now.
much going on.
Mm-hmm.
Please shed some light on it from a media standpoint. What are your thoughts on what's going on from a media standpoint? How can we resolve this? And what are you seeing in the background that we're not?
Well, it's so crazy because when I was an intern at ABC News last summer, I worked on the assignment desk. So
Wow.
we would get all the stories and I would be with the producers who were trying to figure out some of the stories. And I remember an instance when a cop, it was a pool party, it was an all-black pool party, and the cop kneed his elbow on the girl's back.
Ooh, wow.
And one of the producers there, not to say no name, he was just like, she deserves it. And I'm just like,
Wow.
what? So you can tell the people who are higher up, they kind of have a decision on what to put on the media, like what to put on the news.
You hear that?
So I think it's really important. When all the stuff that was going on, I really wish I was in the newsroom because I really wanted to see what they were portraying, what they were trying to have the people hear about. So that's something that I've always wanted. But yeah, it's not really our decision as a minority to really play unless you have that role as a producer or as a assignment
Wow.
designer.
So do you believe we have an epidemic on, like there's a serious problem on
Yes.
it? And what do you think can take place to kind of, because I don't think it'll ever be resolved, but kind of help the situation or help the all, Black Lives Matter movement?
I think it just takes one person to spread the word, and then you're going to tell your brother, then you're going to tell your sister.
Right.
So whatever you can do to really spread the word and go out in your community and ask for change.
That's
Like you
right.
can repost,
Right.
you can hashtag, but that's not going to do a lot.
Right.
You have to go into the senator's office and say,
Physically do
hey,
it.
I need to get this petition signed. I need to get these people to come out and just spark change. So I think
That's real.
I totally agree with that. We were having a discussion earlier,
Yes, we
me and
definitely was.
Jeannie, and we were talking about going to the senator's office and police station and doing all
Yeah.
that. But do you think we can start within our communities, just talking with our brothers and our sisters, maybe rallying on
Yes.
Main Street
Yes.
to get the word out and fix that before we go to them? And how do you think we can go about doing that?
Well, I think it kind of takes a lot to go out on the streets because when I did it, I protested. It was kind of like people would laugh. So you have to have
Wow.
tough skin. You
Yeah.
have to really know that, okay, you're just going out here just to spread your word and your voice. But I do think that having protests in your local community really does help. And
Okay.
that way way, the more signatures we get, the more people to come
Right.
out.
You
That's
hear
when we
that?
can take it to the
True.
senator
Yeah.
and say, hey,
Yeah.
I need you to.
Right. So, where do you see yourself? And people always get mad at me for this question for 5 or 10 years. Because some people say, I'm not a planner, I'm not this, and I'm not that. But just a glimpse. Where can we see Media Queen in 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years, I've always loved entertainment journalism, but my first passion is acting.
Really?
Yes.
I see it.
So
I
I see myself opening up a studio, kind of like Tyler Perry.
see it.
But
Nice.
I want to make the.
Can I get a job?
Don't worry, I'll be her makeup artist.
But I want to make the movies and shows all have a message, and at the end of the
Right.
message is just something that goes towards God. Because all the stuff that's going on, this is the end of time, and
Right.
we just have to make sure that our heart is ready, that we're all ready. So I want every show or every movie that I produce to have a message behind it, to let people know that He's the only one that can solve our
Right.
problems.
That's right.
You hear that? I totally agree.
That's a real
That
strong
is-
message.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that message is really good. I really hope that a lot of people do really listen and they take this into consideration and they're willing to make this change because it seems like a lot of people are very scared.
Right.
So having tough skin is a major key. Like,
That's true.
don't worry about them laughing. Black lives really matter. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, you just really explained it all. I mean, that was real.
Now, going on into your personal life. Are you dating? Are you married? Single? What's up?
Is that the one?
I don't know. I need a town hall meeting for these
Oh.
black men.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, let's speak on it. Oh, I love this
Seriously,
topic.
because I just feel like nowadays courtship is dead. Nobody wants to take you out to eat. Nobody wants to get to know you. It's just kind of like, oh, let me get your Snapchat, let me get your
Yeah.
Instagram. And then it's like,
Ridiculous.
when certain guys that I talk to, I don't know, I just feel like, everybody has different stages of life, but I feel like when you reach your age, maybe like 24, 25, you should have your stuff together.
Yeah.
Whether it doesn't have to have a college degree, but have something that you can really
You know
have
what
your
you
bread
want to
and
do.
butter.
Yeah.
You're going for a goal.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of guys I meet, they're still out, doing what they do, and I'm just like, oh my god.
I love it. I always have so much to say about this topic. And I know I can just feel Jeannie looking at me. Because, I've been married off so many folk,
Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married. I've been almost 2 years in September. You met my husband at the event. Hispanic, a little taller than me. He was just talking,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,